Welcome to Strat Chat. My name's Martin, and we are on Iberia 7, our seventh episode of a campaign to complete the struggle in Iberia. The first thing I want to do today is just quickly to explain how the mechanic works for the struggle, because I said I'd quickly go through it. Obviously, if you just want to watch the game or you just want to talk about the strategy, then we'll have some bookmarks. Just skip ahead to those. So we're currently in the conciliation phase, and there are a number of special rules in the conciliation phase. They are to do with various war effects, various cultural effects, various faith effects, and other effects. So, for example, we've got things like the Sponsor Jewish Sciences decision. I didn't realise that was available. I might have a little look at that and see what that involves. But while we're in this conciliation phase, all of these rules apply. So a really, really skillful player at this, and I'm not that by any stretch, would be somebody who is able to use the particular phase that you are in to kind of like focus on certain things. For example, hybridizing is easier. And actually, I'm really kind of thinking about maybe trying to do some hybridization. All of the lands I control are related cultures, and I can't hybridize. But if I can take over one of the more Muslim-orientated or cultured counties, I might be able to do an hybridization. I think that'd be really, really beneficial, because there seem to be so many sort of technologies or innovations that I kind of really need. So that's something I might look into. And indeed, cultural fascination is going faster while we're in this stage. There's also this one, this build Pilgrim Roads decision. I've not looked at that, so I need to have a look at these things and see what they offer. As city building construction costs, holding costs are lower. Construction time is quicker. I'm a high in stewardship. This is the time that I should be building while I'm in this conciliation phase. Various things here that just make war sort of less effective or more expensive. So this is definitely a phase that I should be thinking mostly about building. But the next phase we come to will be the compromise phase. And you can see how this ticker will go up, and these things down here that you can do. So, for example, reveal the secret of an involved ruler, and this will tick up to 211. When it gets to 1,000, we enter into the compromise phase. And you can have a look here, and you can see that in the compromise phase, there are different things, different benefits, different advantages. Now, we know we're going to be heading into the compromise phase. That's inevitable. When we've been through the compromise phase, we then move back into... So after this conciliation phase, we know we're going to the compromise phase, and there will be a whole new set of rules and etc. And then we'll go back to the opportunity phase, which was the phase that we began the whole scenario with. And from there, we'll be able to score points towards two different directions, either towards a hostility phase or towards another conciliation phase like this. And the reason it's really, really it's not just a question of being able to understand how the rules change. It's also about how you can end the struggle. So we're currently in a conciliation phase. If we were going to win within this phase, and I think we probably won't, we would need to have achieved these things: be an independent ruler, which we need for all of the different victory types. Be in the struggle in the conciliation phase. Be involved. Level fame exalted among men. I'm actually kind of heading up towards that. Hold and completely control any de jure kingdom of Hispania. We're struggling with that because we have a liege and we're best friends with him. We can't get rid of him, and he's still relatively healthy and young. You control less than 50% of Spain. Well, that's fine. That's easy. All other independent involved rulers have an alliance with you. Now, at the moment, there's one. I'm going to struggle to achieve that because I married off all my sons and daughters before, because I didn't really understand how the mechanics worked and how they played on one to the next. If I was going to do this again, I think this is something that you could actually achieve. So become an independent ruler, but not becoming best friends with your liege. Work towards exalted among men. Take a whole kingdom, Galicia or Asturias, which would be perfectly achievable from where I am if I was independent, and have lots and lots of children and marry them off to the various rulers around around Spain. After this, we're heading into the compromise phase, And in order to win in the compromise phase, you need to achieve status quo. So for these, again, independent, in the compromise phase, well, that will happen inevitably in a small amount of time. And then one of these two, either your fame is exalted among men, as I say, as we don't die, we're headed in that direction, or you hold and completely control any de jure kingdom of Spain. That's the one we're finding difficult, but I think exalted among men, we probably could achieve that quite quickly. These others are all ticked here, control less than half of Spain. No other independent ruler controls more. No current wars, there are no current wars. And then at least one of these. All other independent rulers have at least 60 opinion of you or are the target of a strong hook. No other independent rulers are king or emperor rank. Now I think that one's difficult because I have to take people down. There's currently 5 kings in Spain. I need to stop them all from being kings. So not that one. But all independent rulers having 60 opinion of me, that's achievable. Okay, that's achievable. I've already been sort of working on that. And, more than 25% of Iberia, well, it just needs to be one of them, doesn't it? It's held by interlopers. So if I can identify the interloper and help them to get up to 25% of Spain, then that one could be achieved. So it's any of these 3. Also, I need 2 of these. I currently have, they're all duchies. I have Galicia. All of these are quite a long way from me, and trying to take one of these duchies isn't going to help with the making rulers like me. And that's the thing. So it's possible that I could win in this conciliation phase. I am sort of working on independent rulers and trying to get them to like me a little bit more. But if it fails, I hope to be then moving into the hostility phase. And this is the one that I was originally setting out to accomplish. So in the hostility phase, I need to be independent ruler. I need to hold and completely control 2 de jure kingdoms. I currently don't have any. Or unite the Spanish throne under your primary title. I need to have every de jure county of my capital kingdom, which was Castile, not Castile, the name changed in the game to Galicia, but it's now Yliquia. No other independent ruler controlled more than 20% of Spain. Currently they do, so I need quite a bit of war to make that happen. And I need to control 2 of those duchies. So I think there's a possibility that I win in the coming compromise phase. If not, I'm going to try to manipulate a hostility phase and win in that. There we go. Let's get back to the game. So those special decisions that are only available in the conciliation phase are not available. I'm not sure what the criteria are that will make that available to me. So we're going to let prestige build up, and we're going to use our money to reinvest into our domain. Quite like hunting grounds for these places that I can't build farms in, because you're getting the benefit of an increase to the economy, but you're also getting these benefits to our military. Hill farm as best I can do from a money perspective. While I'm in Santiago, it's worth just having a little bit of a look at some of the benefits that come with the Cathedral de Santiago de Compostela. 3 gold, that's a lot of gold. 30% holding taxes in this county. I've got 2. It's a little bit of a shame that I can't build the 3rd. I'm just waiting for that one, hopefully, to develop a little bit more. Development growth is good. And the holder, that's me. I'm getting additional piety, renown, a reduction in holy order hire costs, although it's not always easy to hire them. And clergy opinion and learn language scheme power. I'm not particularly fussed about that at the moment. Another thing to look at is in part because of this, our development is growing in all sorts of ways. We're already at 19, monthly net growth of 5.9, so it's actually going up really, really quickly. Part of the reason for that is because I am actually focusing on it. In County of Santiago, he's actually working on it at the moment, and that's obviously speeding it up. But I think that's really, really helping me. I think what probably would be a good idea is perhaps when I get to 20 is maybe move him somewhere else and do it and develop the develop it somewhere else. Because, you know, if you look down somewhere like this, you know, development is only 4, and my innovation discovery is dependent upon the average of all of these counties. So 20 is great, 4 is pretty poor. So I think I do need to kind of like sort of like develop the rest of the domain. So I'm going to be working on doing that as well. Right, let's spend a little bit more money. So one of the reasons I'm not buying duchy buildings is because I just don't have the tech for it. I don't have the Burrs innovation. I don't think there's anything that I can build. Yeah, I'd need manorialism. Yeah, nothing. But these two are really, really good. So crop fields, lots of money, and of course the you know, moving up to small harbour. So that's what I'm going to be developing there in Karuna. Right, this one's at 100%, so I'm going to start developing this as well. Farms and fields, that's a no-brainer. I will wait until this is... that was in a way a mistake. Not the end of the world. So what I want to be doing is doing it into Braganza and Porto. But I'm going to wait until they get up to full strength in terms of military control. I think it's because we're in the conciliation phase, I'm able to sway 2 people at a time, which is why I'm able to kind of make this kind of like progress here with the locals. I mean, the guy up here, he already likes me enough. He's nowhere near. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. But in time we'll get there. Yep, in time we'll get there. Okay, 10 months until he can start working on Braganza or Porto. I've got so much money, I'm making so much money, I think I need to be developing those in advance. So I don't want to be a witch, I want to be a good Catholic in this playthrough. So yeah, even though these places are a long way from being at 100% control, I think now is the time to actually start developing them. Braganza, yeah, hunting grounds. Pastures in Santiago, so I'm building stuff really, really quickly now. Right, so we've swayed this chap here. I wonder if we can actually... No, we can gift artifacts and it will gain 10 opinion. Let's go for it. Can we gift him money? So we'll give 44. So I can use the money to make it that these people like me. Yeah, Santiago is just building places so quickly. Yeah, I don't have battlements. I think we go for pastoral lands here. I quite like this idea. Keep me alive a little bit longer and improve my learning. Right, we're doing quite well with the swaying. Is he in bad health? No, he's feeling fine. Porto. Yep. So all these things are massively improving the quality of my army. So we've totally bought everything that we can here. Okay, religion. Right, so we need to convert this. And that's actually moving us closer towards the hostility thing. Okay, so this is wonderful. Very, very young, very unexpectedly, my best friend King Alfonso III has died in his sleep. Even if the stress overwhelms us, that's fine. In fact, I've actually lost some stress. Right. Okay, we're going to pause here. Okay, this is my liege. So I'm not currently his steward, but presumably he's going to appoint me in a minute. Factions. I'm still an ally. All I've got to do is murder him. Okay, right, so what we are going to do is we are going to try and murder my dead best friend's son. And we are going to... Sounds wrong, doesn't it? Why does that sound wrong? And I'm going to do that by spying in his capital initially. Spying in his capital. And see if we can get some... Yeah, get some people with some hooks on them. Right, so I'm steward. Money goes back up again. Excellent. Now I want to stay alive. Okay. Let's see if we can murder him. 67%. Okay, we've had an agent join. Let's put my wife onto court intrigue. He can support the scheme. Let's just have a look, see how well we're on. 85%. Okay. Right, and we'll bring the Archbishop in with a hook. And we're on 95%. Fingers crossed. Popular figurehead. Next one's divided attention. Definitely need to go on a conquering spree then. Just allowing money to build up at the moment. Oh. Right, we need more agents. Good job I've been saving money. Also got this chap here. Okay, so this is the Impaler of Andalus. Okay. Okay, do I want rice fields? Reduction in building costs. Increase in development growth. I've got to say, it's not that valuable to me because I've built everything I can in my capital. Wow, excellent. Got it for free. Right, we're on 86 now. I'm not stressed. So we're having to live with 86 now. 5 months to go. Okay, fingers crossed, everybody. Right, I need to pause here because he's dead. Declare war on him for independence or my claim. I think we're at war. Okay, finally. Finally, I'm at war. Yeah, we should win this very, very convincingly. Okay, so what we really need to do is take this castle. Let's raise our troops. We need to go this side so we don't have to cross that river. We can raise all. Really, really want to fight this battle. Okay. So it's not that big a victory. I've killed 400. Okay, I think we need to definitely be heading back to here. Okay. You go and join them. Good victory. Capital, I've caught him before. Right, we've won. Right, we'll do the Royal Court stuff and then we will probably have a little think about where we are and we'll stop. First thing. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Okay, get a bit more money from my powerful vassals. I'm living with that. I think I'll give the other two away. So, I'm a king. Okay, lots of things to do. Also, I need to think about how I go on to win. So, for example, I'm in the conciliation phase. All of these are now ticked. I need to be exalted among men. And I need to have an alliance with everybody. Well, I'm not going to get an alliance with everybody. So we're going to head into a compromise phase. Compromise phase. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that'll get ticked when we get to it. All other independent rules have at least 60 opinion of you. Quite a few now do, but I need to control one of these. So if I can find one of those that's controlled by just one ruler, take the next bit of time to try and capture that duchy, this is doable in the next phase. I mean, this guy doesn't like me. Right, we're going to take one at a time. Okay, so I'm in two minds. So there's a little bit of me that's sort of thinking, go for a win in the compromise phase. And there's another bit of me thinking that at the beginning I set out to win by the hostility phase method, and although that will take me longer to do, that actually is probably more certain, because I know I can use my growing military might in order to kind of like achieve that. So yeah, two minds here. I'm not quite sure what the best way forward is. Okay, so I think we'll begin on Wednesday with an evaluation of the best way forward. There's clearly two routes forward to do the complete struggle decision. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go for. I think I'm going to try and pick one that's going to be the most enjoyable and most interesting to watch. But I'll have a think about that over the next couple of days. I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much. Enjoy the next few days. Bye-bye.